Alright guys, let's take a look at BGB once again on the channel. Now yesterday guys, during this candle, I made this video and yeah, we managed to break pretty much this area here that we were trading around for quite some time. Well, not really quite some time, but some days. Now we broke above it, and we actually today managed to break through this 4-hour time frame resistance at about $6.95 so far. Now we do kind of have a double resistance here that we just keep kind of like hammering on. You can see we have a 4-hour resistance right here at about $7.20 and a daily resistance just a little bit above that. Now it's about $7.25. So pretty much this is just kind of a zone of resistance. Once we break through it, I do believe it'll be a little bit easier on the way up, to have basically smooth sailing. And yeah, I mean, also I want to point out, guys, this is kind of another pattern that you just see very often, where you have a huge run up, then you have a cool down, and once you break this neckline, you're going to go on a huge run again. So I see this pattern very often, and more than likely it is probably going to continue. Now again, we do have to kind of break this neckline. In some way it's like a cup and handle, I would say, although I don't think this is the official cup and handle. Not 100% sure, guys, but I think it has to come from a downside and make kind of a cup, but it doesn't matter. This, we can call this a cup. And if it gets this little handle and then shoots up, I mean, let's just play with this. And I know it's not a trend line, but let's just put this here. And let's say that it does kind of play out this scenario where it comes up, does a little bit of a handle. And let's just put the breakout target right here. So yeah, the target would be about $10.30, guys. So I think that's really in the cards. They are doing a launch pool this week with the Shiba Inu treat, T-R-E-A-T, so treat like it's spelled and sounds. They're going to have that launch pool for 3 days this week, and that has pretty much created these two candles. Until that was announced, guys, I think it was, somewhere around $6.30, 20 cents, something like this. And then they announced this launch pool, and now we're seeing this giant upside. So Sonic, really was a good, launch pool for it as well. I think it did create some excitement. And yeah, I mean, this next launch pool, I mean, it's really created some, more excitement, even more than Sonic, I would say. Now, taking a quick look at Bitcoin, guys, we did retest the 94,250 mark, and it looks like we got a nice bounce off it. Hasn't really moved much in the last hour or so since I've been looking at it, but yesterday we almost got a bullish engulfing candle here. Would have been nice if we would have gotten it, but we didn't, although, we did break above this daily resistance, so that's good. Now we need to work our way up to 95,600, and then the top of the Fibonacci, and try to break, above that. So yeah, I don't want to get too far ahead though. Now when it comes to Ethereum, guys, it is pushing up against this 3313 mark once again. You can see I talked about this when we were in this channel for a while. Then we broke out and, fell back into it. Didn't manage to hold it, and found support in the 3200 mark. So yeah, I mean, we are seeing a nice little push today. We aren't that far from breaking through, 3313, but we only have like a couple more hours before this candle closes. But is it possible we break through this today? Yeah, but we just need to close a candle above this tomorrow when Sunday turns to Monday. Because this is a weekly resistance that I always put in green. When it comes to the total market cap, guys, you can see we are pushing our way up to 3.28 trillion. We're only 0.02 trillion off, So yeah, once we break through this, I do believe the next resistance will be at 3.62 trillion. So yeah, looking better, but still, we have some work to do here. Now, without Bitcoin, we are still maintaining the 1.34 trillion mark. We did retest that today. That's good to see. We did get a bounce off it, and I think the next resistance will be 1.55 trillion. Now, if we take a look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, guys, you can see it looked like it wanted to make a W pattern. And I did point this out yesterday. It was following it almost to a T until today. Now, if this breaks, I would say down to, this 56.9 mark, yeah, it's definitely off the table. But, it could still, make its way up here in the next couple of hours. So there's still time. So right now it's getting support though on 57.55. So not what I want to see. I would like to see this breakdown today. Keep in mind these green lines are weekly time frames that I always put in green. So if this would close above this, tomorrow night, then it's gotten support, and that's not good. So I would like to see this below this line at 57.55 tomorrow at midnight. That would be the most ideal situation. Now, taking a look at the liquidation heat map, guys, pretty much nothing going on. 121 million liquidated. That's almost nothing. So yeah, when we see like 1 billion, that's something now. Now, altcoin season, let me try to refresh this. And nothing. Still 49. Although, dominance has come down. I'm just not sure how often they update this, but I would expect to see a tick up the next time you see this refreshed. Now, fear and greed. This is a big surprise to me. 69 from 50. And yesterday, I know we held very well compared to the traditional markets, but I just, I would say that's a little bit much. People are a lot more optimistic than me. I want to be optimistic, guys. I want to, provide you guys hope. But this is quite a big bounce, 19 points on the Fear and Greed Index. I expected like 55, honestly. But this updates in about 2 hours. Although, today it is a little bit more bullish. So I do expect this to probably tick over 70. As for the Pi Cycle Top Indicator, guys, nothing going on here. Still far away. Probably 6 months at least, so don't worry too much. Now, taking a look at the economic calendar for next week, guys. Monday, you do have the consumer inflation expectations. Tuesday, PPI. Wednesday, CPI. You do also have the manufacturing in New York. A couple of speakers. Thursday, jobless claims. You have core retail sales. Some Fed manufacturing from Philadelphia. Retail sales, things like this. So we also have a FOMC member speaking as well. And Friday is kind of a dead day for Bitcoin probably. So you're going to see more volatility in the first few days, but mainly I would say Tuesday and Wednesday will be the most volatile. Looking at the interest rate cuts, it does look like a few more percent think that we're going to get a cut. So I'm a little bit surprised to see, I think it was about 4% jumped ship and went to the other side. I don't think we're going to get it, guys. So I believe we're going to still have like 4 rate cuts. We're probably going to have March, June, September, December, in my opinion. But we have to have good CPI, PPI, CPCE, all those numbers, just for the next few months, though. So let's see. If it doesn't happen, then we're probably not going to get that cut in March. And, I'll have to reevaluate then. But we still have some time, guys. We still have a couple of months. Now, crypto bubbles, guys, is nice to see. Mostly greens. We do have a few reds, but for the most part, it's green. So this is really a nice thing to see. Yesterday, I think it was mostly green as well. So, yeah, we're kind of, making our way back up. And anyways, if you want to stake your coins, guys, go to Coinando and type in, for example, Bitcoin. Be aware of all the times that you have to stake, for example, and lock it up, and the limits. You don't want to get locked into something, for a longer period than you want to be in. You know, if you find the price that you want to sell, you know, you don't want to be locked up for 360 days, for example, like this at Whitebit. So I don't believe the bull market will last that long. So yeah, even 180 days is risky, guys. So I'm looking personally for flexible or, you know, 30 days. I did 60 the other day for my BNB just because of the mega drop. Normally I would do 120 because, hey, I want the full rewards, but I'm just a little bit nervous. So anyways, if you like this video, guys, like, subscribe, activate the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.